So here's a question many of you may find difficult to answer. If you had a cylindrical block of material, anything from plastic to steel, how do you go from this to this? This is a question I face every day for the last 2 summers. Working at a prototype development and integration facility, I was often given the task of turning an idea into an object in hand by the end of the day. The answer to this question: machining. When you hear that, it sounds kind of vague and broad, but it really just refers to the use of a lathe, mill, or the combination of the two. In the case of a cocktail shaker, you'd use a lathe. Specifically, I was in charge of using a 30 horsepower Haas CNC lathe. The difference between a lathe and a mill is simple. In a lathe, the tool used to carve out the material stays motionless while the raw solid rotates into it. In a mill, the tool rotates like an oversized drill while the material stays stagnant. The basic process is as follows. First, you'd create a 3D rendering of the object in whatever program you like. This could be AutoCAD, Creo Parametric, SolidWorks, whatever. After selecting the appropriate material, you'd convert the drawing to a universal machine programming language, G&M code. This basically tells the tooling what position to move in, how fast to rotate, how fast to feed into it, etc. All of which are dependent on what type of material it is. For example, if you had a softer material like aluminum, you wouldn't feed into it as fast as you would, say, steel. Finally, you would select the tooling required to perform the necessary tasks. For the shaker, a roughing tool would first come in and carve out the outside. Next, a finishing tool would create a nice smooth surface around it, and then a boring bar would go in to hollow out the inside. And then finally, a parting blade would come in and cut off the back of it from the rest of the material. And there you have it. Flawless cocktail shaker. While it ultimately takes about 10 minutes for it to completely turn into this, the whole process prior to this is actually what takes the majority of the time. With that being said, I hope this brief intro to lathes gave you an intriguing glimpse into the process of prototype manufacturing. Thank you.